Hey folks, Rick Whittemore. Time for your October 2024 Austin market update. Let's dig into the numbers. Here we have total number of listings. So as you can see, we're heading into a seasonal decline, which is really normal because we have a 5-year trend here of when we get in the fall, we have a seasonal decline. I think we're going to end this year, so November and December, still higher than the previous 5 years, the number of listings on the market, but they are going to kind of continue that decline. January, you can see how January's typically start out. I do feel pretty strong that in 2025, we're going to have quite a few listings come on the market in the spring. There's a lot of seller pent-up demand where sellers have been sitting on things because of interest rates and the way the market's been, where they're wanting to get their homes on the market and sold and either move up, move down, move across country, whatever they want to do. So I think we're actually going to see a decent number of listings on the market this spring. As we get into pricing, so you can see here we have the average sales price. So we're actually on an uptick in October. Prices typically go a little bit south as we get into the end of the year in the fall season, but we're seeing a nice uptick in pricing. So again, we're not seeing any major pricing crashes right now. Homes that are priced right sell fairly quickly. Homes that are optimistically priced are going to take a little bit longer to sell and are going to need some price adjustments to get the price to where it really needs to be. So I think we're still going to see soft price for the rest of this year. When we get into the spring market of 2025, I think we'll see very moderate price increases as we typically see every spring. So decent news on that front for sellers. Number of homes sold. Homes sold are ticking up. You can see in October we had a nice little tick up right there. I think part of that is attributed to in September we had some really nice improvement in interest rates. So there was a window and then rates jumped back up, but there was a really nice window of a couple of weeks where interest rates were down and we really saw home sales pick up a little bit. So part of that I think is interest rate driven. So that will tell you as interest rates fall, we will see buyer demand, because there's a lot of pent-up buyer demand too, we'll see that tick up quite a bit. So I think that will be coming in 2025 as well. And of course, our old friend interest rates, here we are, still kind of limping along with higher rates than we would like to see. Yesterday they closed at 6.91 on a conventional. There are definitely programs out there with lenders where they have lower rates than this, even without doing a rate buy down. This is just kind of an average national rate. There are actually some really good programs. I'm doing a couple of them right now where the buyer can get no down payment, actually low interest rate right now, which are coming in around 6.3, 6.4 with those lenders, no private mortgage insurance. Really a pretty good deal. There's definitely some stipulations and qualifications that folks need for those loans, but there's some pretty good loans out there. So if you're interested in buying and you're interested in one of those programs, shoot me a DM or a call, text, whatever. We can do that. So I do think interest rates will moderately adjust as we get into next year. We're going to see a potential rate decrease by the Fed in next week. Actually, I think week after next should be coming. Probably be a moderate 0.25 if they do it. And then as we get into next year, we have a new administration coming in. So we'll see what that brings. There's some optimism and there's some skepticism. So we'll kind of see how that ferrets out. I do think we will see moderate rate drops throughout the year. Nothing crazy. Kind of the new norm is rates in the 6s or high 5s if we can get there. So if I can answer any questions for you, please feel free to reach out. Thanks.